Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about your RV slide out. These are really critical components on our RV, and we just rely on them to work all the time, don't we? They go in and out when we need them to. But the longer you own your RV, chances are one of the many components on your RV slide out could get worn out, or maybe you haven't taken care of it, and for some reason it just doesn't work right. And the unfortunate part of that is that usually will occur in the most inconvenient location. You're away from home, you're pulling out of a campsite, and it certainly happened to me recently, and I was not prepared for how to deal with this situation. So I'm going to share with you some suggestions that I picked up, and these are lessons that I've probably learned the hard way to help you deal with this situation, avoid some drama, and really get to know your RV a little bit better in the process. So that's what we're talking about today, so stick around. Slide outs. Okay, so here's what happened to us. Not long ago we were out visiting our daughter who was graduating from college, so we took the RV out and we had a great weekend watching her graduate and spending time with some other friends and family. When we got ready to leave, we went to unplug, dumped all that stuff, we're getting ready to pull in the slide out, and we press the button and nothing happens. So this had never happened to us before. Everything just kind of worked, and I overlooked the fact that something could go wrong eventually. We were pretty much screwed at the time, and all we could resort to was, a little bit of panic and, some brute force to try to push the slide out back in so we could at least, make the 3+ hour drive home. So here's my first suggestion for you. Understanding that, hopefully this doesn't happen, but if it does, figure out how to manually retract your slide out. In our case, it was a little tricky, and it didn't actually go the way that the owner's manual that we got with the RV said it would. So take the time, locate where the slide out mechanism or motor is. In our case, it's located underneath the RV, behind this panel that you have to remove. Take the time to try to figure out how to manually retract your slide out, and actually practice that and see if you can actually do it, because when you actually need to do it is not when you want to have to try to figure out how to do it. You want to be prepared. I was not. It was actually pretty easy. I eventually figured out how to do it. Yeah. The other key thing is, while you're figuring that out, there may be specialized tools that you need for your RV to retract your slide out. Make sure you have those on hand. In my case, all I need is like a 1/2-inch wrench, to turn this bolt, and the slide out moves in and out pretty easily. And I was actually quite surprised. But again, it wasn't the way that the owner's manual said it would work. So I had to figure that out on my own. Once you've located your slide out, you've identified what kind of slide out motor you have, whether you have a electric slide out motor or you have a hydraulic one. The reasons those could fail would be totally different. Hydraulic, you might have a hydraulic leak or a hose that bursts or something like that. In my case, my motor is electric, and it was just a little bit loose. There was some loose bolts that I tightened down, and I inspected the mechanism itself, which isn't that complicated, when I actually was able to take a look at it. Take the time, inspect it periodically, and at least know what the components are, so you know if it's something you can take a look at and adjust, or if it's something you need to have your RV service center do. So the final suggestion I'll give you guys is to not ignore your slide out or your slide out mechanism. Put it on that list of things that you regularly check on your RV. Inspect things, make sure there's nothing dripping or loose, and with your slide out you can get a dry slide out lubricant like this, and just on a regular basis you can spray it on and lubricate the rails on your slide to make sure that it goes in and out smoothly and that everything is working properly. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to share this with you, and I know there's probably folks out there that have had issues similar to mine with their slide out. How did you handle it? Were you prepared for manually retracting it, or are there specific things about your slide out that you would want people to know? Go ahead and share that stuff in the comments below. Take care, guys, and we'll see you next time.